All right, fam, checking in. I'm doing my walk as usual. Good for walking. I also bought some shorts that were too small for me, but who cares? And you know, the great thing is that I have family member and some friends who are joining this fasting journey. And they all have said, I feel great, I feel clear. And you know, this is when the person, the human being starts to realize they have power over their decisions in their life. And it all starts with food. It's as simple as that. If you can control your mouth and your stomach, you control your life because you have the power to do so. You remember, I always talk about the lower first three centers of the body, the three energy centers, the root, the sacral, and the solar. This is where all of the material, carnal emotions and beliefs are tied into. The food, the eating, the sexual desires, the power, the confidence, the willpower. This is where it all lies, at the bottom three. And I was explaining to my family member, when you don't eat for a long time, this energy rises to the crown. It goes to your head. So you start to think in extremely different ways. So we're used to chasing stuff on the exterior for us to change our lives. You're being sold products and medicines and food and equipment and all these things that keep you chasing and chasing and chasing. But you don't get anywhere by chasing, okay? Do you remember in the Bible when the devil, when Satan tried to tempt Jesus into eating when he was fasting for 40 days? Remember that? When he was trying to say, okay, if you're the Son of God, let me see you turn these stones into bread. He was tempting Jesus, right? He was trying to tempt an ego, but Jesus doesn't have an ego, of course, so that didn't work. And Jesus responded, man should not eat by bread alone. So what does that mean? Man should not eat by bread. Man should not live by bread alone. What does it mean? Let's contemplate that a little bit. Man should not live by bread alone. That's very interesting. What does that tie into? And then the following words are, but by the words that come out of the Lord's mouth, or by the words from the Lord. So let's tie that into another verse that says that if you dedicate your work to the Lord, your thoughts shall be established. So here 2 times we're hearing or we're seeing or we're reading that you can receive messages directly from the Lord. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be an Israelite like some people believe, or you don't have to be part of this chosen group like some people believe. There is no chosen people. The chosen people are the people that follow the teachings of Christ, of Jesus Christ. The way to the Father is through the Son. Okay? So get this nonsense out of your mind. I have family members that tell me that a specific group of people are the chosen ones. And this is why they live in self-confidence, in low self-confidence, in poverty, in insecurity. And they live as slaves their whole life because they think they're inferior to another group of people because this book that was written by a few men 1700 years ago said so. You remember when I asked this guy, the preacher or the brother who came to my house to talk to me about the Bible, the Jehovah's Witness, and I asked him a good question. I asked him, so if man cannot know who is inspired by God truly because we don't have that capability, how is it that the council who put the books together of the Bible, the Catholic Church, how is it that they knew 300 years prior when they were actually written who indeed in fact was actually inspired by God? Because there were many more things written about Jesus Christ that were not included in the corpus. So how and why were the specific books selected to be included in the Bible? And then you have these same cousins and same family members telling you, oh, it's because God didn't want the book to be too big, or God chose those books. So I asked, so God came here to earth and sat down with the council and said, I want these books in the Bible, but not these books? Come on, guys. This is foolishness. And this is the reason why you live in lack, because you're worshiping false idols. There is no chosen ones. You are the chosen one. Many will be called, but few will be chosen. Hey, hello, you're being called. God is trying to call you. You're ignoring the call. You're not listening. Do you get it? It all connects. Look, I get most of my knowledge and wisdom from source directly, but I read a lot of books, not because I take them all whole as total truth, but I read these books so that I can connect the dots in the matrix, because these are the books given to the masses. So I read these books to understand how the matrix and the system works, how they want people to think. So this is why I read these books. So there is no chosen people. You are the chosen one. You are just ignoring the call. Okay? So that's the update. Look, I'm trying to keep this video very short because I know you guys have no attention span. You'd rather be like just flipping through nonsense on social media and this and that and whatnot. There are a few of you guys out there that are chosen and walking the path, but God knows that there's a larger percentage of people in the world that need a wake-up call. I don't do these videos for the brothers that are already awake. And I don't do these videos for the masses either, because they are just too far out. I'm doing these videos for the brothers in limbo, for the ones that feel there's something else out there, but are just not really sure, and they just need to hear a few of my words. And those few words will trigger them into taking action, like the few brothers and family members that have begun their fasting journey. This is what these videos are intended for those guys that are in the middle. And I'm here to say, hey, come over here, man. You're gonna find your freedom. And I'm not selling you a book or anything else. I'm just sharing my words with you. If you want additional services, of course, those are available. But just with what I'm giving you guys here on YouTube, it's enough to change your life. It's enough. If you want to get to the upper echelon levels of self-mastery, sure, we can talk about my mentorship. If you want to go from millionaire to multimillionaire, or from fulfilled to extremely fulfilled, I can give you some guidelines. I can teach you the way to get there. But I'm here to pull my brothers out of the darkness. Come here, come to the light. There's more of us here. Join us. All right, my friends. So, wow, 7 minutes into this video. Again, I'm very conscious of how long these videos are because of the reach, right? So, all right, peace. I don't know what hour of fasting I'm in right now, but it's whatever. I'm gonna make another update later. Peace. What's up, guys? All right, so this is the final part of the video. I'm on hour 142, day 6, about to complete day 6. So let me just finish that topic on the chosen elite. Like I was saying, there is no chosen one. And in fact, I'm reading a book right now called Bounce, and they ran a study on a bunch of children, and half of the test group believed that such a thing like talent was most important, and the other part believed that it was effort that was most important. And it was found that the children that believed that talent was more important, they tried less. And that's exactly what's happening to you guys. All of my cousins and family that are telling me that these people are the chosen ones, that's why they don't try in life, because they think that they're just doomed since the birth. That's exactly what these studies show. That if you think someone else is more elite than you are since birth and you could do nothing about it, you'll never try to do anything. And that's the problem of believing that there's a certain type of chosen people on earth that creates division, polarity, and it just creates separation. We're all created equal. We all have the ability to do great things in life. You just have to believe in yourself. And this is what's left out of these religious books sometimes. They favor a specific group of people, but there is no people. And let me just give you a really quick history lesson on this, because I only have a few minutes to make this video under 10 minutes. In the Bible, Jacob is renamed Israel because he battled or wrestled with God. And God said, wow, this guy's very tough, very strong. I'm going to rename you Israel. Your name is Israel from now on. And then Israel, now previously was Jacob, had children, and they became the tribe of Israel. And then the tribe of Israel was promised a land that at the time was called Canaan, which spans Palestine, part of Ethiopia, and parts of the Middle East, not just one section, okay? So today, people that believe that these are the people who are chosen and they're Israelites and they belong to this land, you guys are confused. You guys have been manipulated. The Israel of today was created by Jacob Rothschild via the Balfour Declaration during World War II, which is why the British took so-called Israel from the Palestinians when the Ottoman Empire had it and gave it to the Zionists. And all you brothers and sisters out there, my cousins telling me, oh, these are the chosen people. They're Israelites. Yeah, they're Jacob Rothschild's family and they're Zionists. Okay, so this is the big mistake in making the claim that there are other people who are chosen and you're not. We're all chosen. All right, my brothers, peace. Oh yeah, one last thing. I'm teaching a class on Saturday about fasting. Once again, the class is free. Your first class is free. You can join with the link right here below. And whoever joins, I'll see you then. Peace out.